Full disclosure's coverage of Dr. Fine's 18-month-long incarceration in jail played a significant role in getting his freedom. We think it's important to give you an update on his current battle to restore integrity to our California justice system. The major climax occurred with Dr. Fine's confrontation with Judge David Yaffe. You attempted to disqualify Judge Yaffe.
I actually did disqualify him, and he didn't get off the bench. He stayed on even though he was disqualified. So he broke the law. And that means after he did that, everything that he did in that case was void and null.
On March 10th, Dr. Fine will be headed back to court to continue his struggle to null and void all of Judge Yaffe's orders. To date, 3 judges have fallen to Dr. Fine's sword. In October 2010, Yaffe resigned. Earlier this year, Judge Ann Jones recused herself from hearing Dr. Fine's motion. And then Judge O'Brien dodged Dr. Fine by refusing to schedule the hearing and denied his motion.
So what I did is I moved to reset the hearing based upon the fact that Judge O'Brien couldn't decide the case because of the fact that he had received money from LA County, had not disclosed, number one, he received money from LA County, which was illegal under the Sturgeon decision, and under SBX 211 it was affirmed to be criminal. He had not, and he also, by receiving that, he violated Canon 4D1. He did not disclose it, which violated Canon 3E2. He did not disqualify himself, which violated Canon 3E1 and also the Code of Civil Procedure section 170.1 small a 6 big A III. And everything that he did was null and void because all of this goes back to the point in time when he was appointed and did all of these things because he'd received the money long before then, and he had retroactive immunity from criminal prosecution, civil liability, and disciplinary action under California Senate Bill SBX 211. So I said, he's out. We need a new judge. So I went in and I set a hearing to renew my motion to void and annul everything that Judge Yaffe did, saying, I need a judge who's clean. Go find me a clean judge.
So now on March 10th, Supervising Judge Berle will have to determine how he will deal with Dr. Fine.
Now this presents a real problem for the supervising judge. Supervising judge is Judge Berle. I have put in a request at this point in time with the county to find out how much money Judge Berle has received. And in addition to that, as people realize that almost every judge in LA County has received money, so they're either going to have to find a judge that didn't receive money in LA County, which there may not be anyone, which means that they'll have to send the case out to another county. Or if they give me another judge in LA County who's received money, I will just show how much money that judge got, and I will keep going if I have to go through all 430 judges of LA County until we get a judge who has not received the money.
From Dr. Fine's investigation, we've learned that Judge Berle has received over $637,000 in illegal payments from LA County. This will be an interesting hearing. Will Judge Berle also recuse himself? Will the court insist on a change in venue? Just last week, LA Superior Court Judge Henry J. Hall chastised the Bell City officials for taking what he claims are illegal salaries, while the judge himself is enjoying illegal payments from Los Angeles County. This struck a nerve in Dr. Fine. He sees it as the same circumstance that he is facing on March 10th.
This judge does not have the right to sit as a judge. And I say this in the interesting way, even though he has received immunity for having received the money and immunity for disciplinary action under Senate Bill SBX 211, What he doesn't have is he doesn't have immunity to be able to sit on the bench, because Senate Bill SBX 211 did not give him immunity from obstruction of justice of sitting on a bench when he has taken money from a party who is likely to appear in front of him.
This is an important point that could have federal ramifications, as Dr. Fine explains.
SBX 211 has given them retroactive immunity from the prosecution of taking money on the state level, but it didn't give them any immunity from the federal crime of violating the intangible right to honest services. So all these judges could be prosecuted federally if either the Attorney General had the guts to do it, or our present U.S. Attorney here in Los Angeles had the guts to do it. So far, neither of them have shown courage in that particular matter. If either of them showed any courage, our system would be cleaned up in a minute.
Dr. Fine has been criticized for his uncompromising stance on this issue. He is confident that eventually he will prevail and refuses to give up, as demonstrated by his enduring 18 months in solitary coercive confinement in the LA County Jail. It is a test of wills.
It's a test of corruption on the one side, which is on the judge's side, and the county supervisors, who are continuing to take approximately, at this point, it's probably up to $25 million a year of our tax money and illegally paying it into the judges, versus the will of the people, which I represent, to have an honest judicial system. Sooner or later, we will win. We will win by one of two ways. Either the judges will give in, or they will pass on. It's going to be one of the other. They can't stay in office forever. We, the people, will be around forever. So when you look at the long term, we will win.
We want to know what you, the viewers, think. Please respond to our survey and be sure to leave your comments below. Do you think that Dr. Fine should continue fighting to stop the illegal payments to the judges? Yes or no? Richard Fine has identified a real-life Chinatown scenario here. His well-documented indictments include a powerful Hollywood movie star, multi-millionaire developers, and the highest-level officials in our judicial system. We have the document here for you to read right on this website. Click on the link below to read this revealing 10-page court document, and please be sure to leave your comments below. I'm Leslie Dutton. Thank you.